Introducing yourself.
My name is Babatunde Hon.Faro. I'm, uh, I'm a native of Akure, here, the capital city of Ondo State. I, I'm a full son of the soil. I'm a member of the People's Democratic Party. I'm an aspirant for the upcoming by-election for the position of the member representing Akure North, Akure South, in the House of Representatives. I'm a married man with 3 kids. And I think let me stop there before I start sounding like a broken record.
All right.
Yes, this is barely the first time I'm coming in public space, but I've been in politics for a while. I believe in the fact that there must be a foundation. So over the course of about 5 years, which I've been a member of my party, with learning the ropes, because when I was those 5 years, I was also in private sector. I was working in a financial institution, so and also I also felt that I need to get the required experience before I come out. I was supposed to run for House of Representatives in 2019. People don't know this, and I was already consulting with people, but because of the later Honorable Adedayo affair, I decided, okay, let's bring this down for now. And there was already plans. If you follow some activities on Facebook in the last 6 months, you've seen that there was a leaning that something might be coming through in 2023. But when what now happened, we can't question it. That's what we have. But for me, really, political office is about service. And again, the key thing you need is not those 50 years, 60 years that you've been there. Is the core concept of empathy, the core concept of wanting to help your people, wanting to add value. So even if though this is the first time I'm coming out, I've used the past years to get required experience, required knowledge, and required exposure to occupy this position.
All right. So some mission that you want to implement when you eventually become a House of Rep member.
Okay. The fundamental objective for this, I've said it in different forums. Akure North, Akure South, a constituency probably the biggest in the state, estimated population of about 1.5 million people, 23 wards. We are yearning for a lot of government intervention. Let's face it. We are fortunate to be a state capital. So most of the government projects are domiciled here. But again, that also comes with the issue of population density. The state government is doing the way they could, but if you look at our hinterland, you will see that we need something drastic. Infrastructures are getting decayed. Our cities, our streets are turning to slums. We have real erosion issues starting from Ayedun to Isolo, coming to where I am now. I'm at the bars of Allah, extending to Frashai. Some months back, you saw the massive flooding that happened. We have issues of our roads. Let's take Akure Ikere dualization. Thankfully, the government awarded it in 2019 to Dantata and Sawa for about 19 billion. But what is the percentage implementation as of today? And this is because the funding required for that project is not coming. So we need a lot of prayer groups, a lot of drive to make government to properly fund this project. An average street in Akure enjoys power supply of about between 4 to maybe 7 hours a day. Why is this so? One of the things we can term there is the issue of the substation that have not been completed. Why is this still lingering after 6, 7, 8 years? Why is it not completed? So by the time you look at all these issues, we need a lot of intervention, a lot of work, and I feel I'm all caught up for it. I lived in Abuja for 13 years. So I know the news and chronic. I know all the government agencies, I know the government parastatals. And I think I have the drive, I have the knowledge, and the word know-how to be it was not going to be a superman doing everything, to energize the base of our people, to collectively tap into the resources of our people, the contact of our people everywhere in the country, to see how we can develop our city. The time is short, but I think I have the well know how, and I will be able to do that. It's not about money. I've said it in different forums. I don't intend to take a dime out of every money that will be paid. It's for the people, everything goes to the people. But how do we energize our people to try to require change in this place? That is all about the vision.
With this,
I take exception to the word of better. There are others. I've been a member of the PDP for a while, and let's look at it. Yeah, PDP has been out of power since 2015. We knew what happened. But again, when you look at which of the parties fairly has a spread, listen to the people, the PDP. And again, the popularity of our president and president. Flashback to the last 4 elections done in this city. Look at the results. Despite the government, federal government influence, the state government influence, this is the stronghold of PDP. Let's face it. And again, pretty bad leaders that listing. So I don't try to castigate other parties, but also when you look at internal mechanism where leaders, candidates emerges, PDP ranks very high up there, and I feel PDP is the best platform from now for me. Elitist. People don't know this. I was born here, I grew up here. I had my primary school education, Bishop Hills. I went to St. Thomas Aquinas College. In this same city, I've sold kuli, Loro Market, I've sold beans. So I understand the problem of our people. Openly, people, I might not have these a lot of people following it because what I'm telling my people, when we're going out, say let's do it, but I think they calm down. Sometime, let's even listen to the people. Let's leave the noise. Leadership will emerge. I can assure you, when the time for real campaign starts, people will see the followership. Because how do we explain a city of a constituency of about 1.5 million people, youth population about 70%, someone that understands their issues is coming out? People will listen and they will join the movement. So I said, people, I'm just a symbol of this movement. I'm going to energize a lot of our people. People will be shocked in 2023. A lot of young, vibrant, brilliant, passionate people will emerge. And what I'm also doing is I want to energize them. Tell them it's possible. You don't have to be 70 years to try to aspire for House of Rep. You don't have to probably have be running for 10, 15 donkey years. The critical elements that you need in leadership is empathy, love, and listening ears. Once you have that, just come out and try this on. I used to tell people that I have over 1,000 godfathers. And that's because every leader of the party is my godfather. However, I also believe in the supremacy of the people. Nobody is bringing me from somewhere to come and impose me on the people. As I'm talking to the leaders, I'm talking to the delegates, the experts, I'm talking to the normal, ordinary party, because nobody should be left behind. All of us are too critical for us to say one set of people are not important. Because at the end of the journey, at the end of the day, all joints will come together and everything will supply. I give kudos to the leadership of the party, but they held this party together over time. They've been a symbol of hope. They provided fatherly support, fatherly guidance to the party, and we appreciate them. They have very important to us, and I respect them. But again, all members of the party are important. For me, how will I get a ticket? Power absolutely comes from the Lord. He gives to whoever he desires. He enthrones and dethrones. I believe in the supremacy of God. But my own philosophy is this: I'm going to take my message, this message of dream, this message of hope, to the people. And I believe our people are yearning for something different. Have you ever imagined the legislature that everybody can reach, either by SMS, phone call, and Twitter, or through constituency office, and in 24 hours you get a response? A legislature that is so vibrant that you will be proud that I have somebody there that has our back. A legislature that understands the issues, understands the policy, and has a clear roadmap. We're not going to fix the trouble every day, but we'll take it a step at a time. And I can assure you, the party people are listening, they are observing, and they are making decisions. And at the right time, I know I will emerge. And even if, which I know is not going to happen, we all come together as a party and support whoever emerges.
All right, sir.
But let me. I don't know. It's something. Let's face it. The issues are many. You want to start talking about inflation, debt ceiling. You want to start talking about exchange rate, the gross unemployment figures, poverty index. The issues are many. What I want to say is this. It's only not, we can't only rely on the government to fix the economy. Let's face it. It has to be an all of government approach and all of citizen approach. Even let's look at it. Nigeria had a GDP of about $400 billion. When you take that to Naira, we are looking at an economy that is about a GDP economy of about maybe 200 trillion. Federal government budget for next year spending is 16.4 trillion. By the time you add all the states together, maybe you won't get, maybe get another 3 trillion. By the time you add all the MDAs, you'll get another 10 trillion. So all government spending next year will be about less than 35 trillion, which is about just less than 20% of the GDP. So the engine room of the economy is the private sector, the spending. But let's look at it. MTN sales in 2020 was in excess of 1 trillion. Same with Dangote cement. So all of us need to come and how do we help this economy? For individuals, how do you scale up to create more jobs? If your factory can by a little bit of capital injection can bring you 50 more people in, can you do it? Because that's how we can help the government. For people, our pensions for foreign goods, how do we reduce it? Instead of me to use Rolex of $6,000, can I use a Sapphire of 10,000 naira? So instead of me using a Louis Vuitton of about $700, a Bulgari of $700, can I wear that Ankara being produced by United Textile? So that is how we can help this economy. And please, I know it's tough now. People are hungry, but let's keep the faith. With time, things will get better. And I pray that may God bless our economy, may God bless our current, God bless Ondo State, and may God bless the federal government.